say, don't look at them in the wrong way. They want you stupid, so you obey. Learn to hate, so you forget yourself. Never forget yourself. Close your eyes and you really see all that you are, and it comes from a thief. Take not what they feed, their poison is somebody's
Welcome to the Real Cheetah Project. Hopefully you enjoyed that. We are back for another episode. We try to make this as quick as possible because this really doesn't have any kind of real direction. So kind of want to get in and get out with this because I don't want it to go on too long. So here we go. This is kind of a lot of the things that I need to get out to say about Goku that are kind of just like off the beaten trail that hasn't been said yet, and I really need to get these things out before we close out. So that being the case, Flying Nimbus. Honorable mention for so Flying Nimbus. Sorry, the Flying Nimbus didn't make that. That didn't make that list. Is making the list now. Shout out to the Flying Nimbus for real. I wish a lot of times I wish that was still a thing, but I understand why it isn't. But shout out to the Flying Nimbus for sure. All right. Now we're gonna get into a big part of the Goku's history going forward, right? So let's talk about the Spirit Bomb for a second. And Goku before all this happens. First of all, and the main point you want to take away from all this is Spirit Bomb is trash. The Spirit Bomb is useless. Like it didn't work against Vegeta. It didn't work against Frieza. The only time it worked is in the Buu Saga, and I'm not exactly sure why it worked then. But the Spirit Bomb is trash. And for every reason you can say why the Spirit Bomb didn't work, is a reason why you can agree with somebody when he's saying his spirit bomb is trash. Because okay, let's say if the spirit bomb didn't blow Vegeta away because Vegeta wasn't really full blown soul to the dark side, right? Vegeta still has some light in him, even though it was hidden or muffled or buried deep. That perhaps that's why the spirit bomb didn't take him out. But okay, if that's the case, then what the fuck is Frieza's excuse? Because Frieza is the ultimate dirtbag, and Frieza's not even. Again, we will get into this if we haven't got to all this ready. Frieza's not even really all that serviceable as a villain. He's the Joker of the series, but he's even worse than the Joker as a functional villain because at least the Joker has a game, has a bit. Frieza doesn't have that. Frieza's just some scab, you know. He's just some little imp, you know, with superpower. So it's kind of Frieza's funny that way. Anyways, if we haven't gotten to that, we're going to get into that. Let's see. Also, Goku, hands down, has to get credit for this. And this is one of the more intangible, just another one of these intangible things that this man brings to the table. And Goku, not even just in Dragon Ball Z, he's the best at Dragon Ball Z at this, but he might be the best superhero. Oh, well, he's the best at Dragon Ball Z in this. But he might be the person with his crazy skill set. He's up there as far as this is concerned, too. Goku is the best shit talker in the whole series, hands down. I dare you to go back and investigate that. Even from his days in Dragon Ball, Goku talks shit the best out of anybody in the series, and Goku gets a lot of flack for being not intelligent or whatever like that, or only being a karate bum as they call him in the series sometimes. But even outside of the series, you know, I see a lot of forums and stuff like that. Goku doesn't get a lot of credit for his intelligence. Goku is really, really smart. It's just it's natural. It's a natural smartness, you know. And with that, in that sense, Goku is the best shit talker in their series. Goku talks shit in such a sophisticated way, very akin to the way he fights, that probably really, really pisses people off. He did that. It really pisses Vegeta off. It really pissed Frieza off. It really pisses Cell off. I'm sure it pissed a lot of people off in Dragon Ball. It pissed Nappa off. Goku is he's very effective as a shit talker. He's the most effective shit talker in the whole series. Vegeta's up there, but Vegeta talks shit in a more blunt, you know, aggressive kind of way to match his personality. Obviously, Goku is way more fine tuned and subtle and a few steps ahead. And obviously, that's the guy we're talking about, right? So, go back and do your research on that. Goku is the hands down the best shit talker in the whole series. All right. The legendary Super Saiyan. What's the difference between the legendary Super Saiyan in, you know, is Goku the legendary Super Saiyan or not? The answer is yes. And the reason is not for reasons that have anything to do with the whole Saiyan myth or the Saiyan heritage or the Saiyan prophecy or anything like that when it came to that whole Brawly shit. Fuck Brawly. That's the last time we're going to bring up his name in this, because he's trash. Anyways, pushing forward. Those are decent movies, but his character is just fucking weak. And then they try to undermine Goku, and it's plus in one of those movies, if I'm not mistaken, they turn Vegeta into a complete bitch. And I'm not about that at all. Like, so whatever on that. Let's see. Goku is the legendary Super Saiyan. Not only because he's the first one to do it in so long, that really has nothing to do with it. It's who he is, and we'll get into this. It's who he is under the cowl, under the Super Saiyan transformation. It's who the man is under that. That makes him the legendary Super Saiyan. He was a legend before he turned Super Saiyan. So thus, if he's a legend before he turns Super Saiyan, that means when he turns Super Saiyan, he's the legendary Super Saiyan, right? By that logic, that doesn't go away. That's only enhanced when he turns gold. So when Goku steps off the capsule, he starts putting in work from that form. Then obviously he becomes a legend, and it only gets more and more potent after that. And the Super Saiyan thing is only the golden crown on that. It's not the whole functionality of that legendhood. So in that sense, I truly believe that Goku is the legendary Super Saiyan. But it's not because of what he gets done, it's because it's how he does it. How it gets done. So that is what the legendhood is more based on upon the actual application. And obviously, this man is a master of application as just as much as he's the master of theory. And those, if you can master those two things, then obviously you probably will be the legendary Super Saiyan. Vegeta had a good hold on one of those two sides. Which one he probably had to hold on most, I don't know. Vegeta was probably had a really good theory, but his application was off. But Goku was just the master of both, and it kind of was unfair, at least to Vegeta, But and that's the thing. Goku has a lot of intangibles. He brings so much to the table. So is Goku the legendary Super Saiyan? By all of those things, I believe so. Yes. In the Frieza fight, which we'll get into very very shortly, obviously. Frieza is threatening to turn Goku into a whole other Frieza. And he offers to do that a few different times. One is before the real fireworks even begin. We talk about that on the podcast. So I think that's called the episode's called G Stuff on the podcast. So iTunes podcast. All you gotta do is type in the World Cheetah Project on your iTunes, or check the link down below. But and so I talk about that stuff. So that was the one thing. But then again, after Goku turns Super Saiyan, Frieza's kind of like this evil like tempter or temptress. Who knows with him, right? Or her, right? Yeah. But anyways, so Frieza is just like this little specter, and he does this a few different times. And he attempts to at very best try to convert Goku, and at the very worst drag him down with him when it's all said and done. He's a very vengeful and sociopathic individual, and so he did whatever he could to try to come out on top of that, somehow break even on that at that point when Goku turned Super Saiyan. So, and through his tempting and through all his taunts and bigotry, he was really, or even just outright request, he was really trying to make Goku give in to a more darker nature. And Goku held strong. Now and again, it's going to take grace to do that. And the G in Goku and the G in Gohan stand for grace. So shout out to Gohan as well. Easter egg, right? Or maybe not. Anyways. But yeah, so Frieza, that wasn't so much thing from before the Super Saiyan transformation, but after Super Saiyan transformation, Frieza did whatever he could to try to break Goku spiritually, because he couldn't do it physically. So he tried to do whatever he could to break Goku mentally and spiritually through taunts and tricks and outright dirtbaggery, and it didn't work. So shout out to Goku for that. Now, I was on one of the forums the other day, and one interesting question came up, and I would love to hear comments on any of this, but definitely this. This was one of the quote unquote facts that were threw out there, or one of the opinions. I would say definitely more of an opinion than a fact, because either way it's false. But Goku goes through all his learning experiences in Dragon Ball. That's absolutely false. That doesn't even make sense. That is so terribly false. What does that even mean, right? I saw that, but it was just like, and I had to really think about that. I was like, no. Goku probably goes through a quarter of his learning experiences in Dragon Ball. Depending on when he became a father, which is probably sometime after the events of Dragon Ball, or since we don't see that, the beginning of Dragon Ball Z. That was an experience he had in Dragon Ball. He was just like I said, he was a kid out there having a big Saiyan on Earth recess. How many learning experiences were there? Okay, obviously there was him meeting Bulma and Bulma him introducing him to society, right? And then Krillin fortifying that even more, right, through his friendship and sibling kind of stuff, equal kind of stuff. And then there was obviously Master Roshi, and there's obviously the whole thing about justice and putting yourself out there and being a sacrifice as far as the red ribbon stuff is concerned. But all that stuff doesn't seem nearly as tough as the things that happen in Dragon Ball Z. Raditz, learning about your heritage, and dealing with all that, Then you have Vegeta and what Vegeta brought to the table as far as a rivalry is concerned, and outright was at the moment an unstoppable force, and for the vast majority, Vegeta remains that, and then you have death, right? Because I think that was the first time Goku died in the series was after the Raditz thing, and so but dealing with death, what kind of learning experience is that, right? And coming back, and then you have, and who knows what that did for Goku as far as his mentality is concerned, and his value for life even more, because and then Goku takes on a more serious nature from that point on. He might still have some of the Dragon Ball syndrome going on before Raditz, and even during the Raditz fight. But after he comes back, that's when that legend starts. That's when that legend seed is grown at the Kaioken training with King Kai, and then it just starts to blossom and blossom even more to its full cultivation in the capsule, and then boom, then this is big bloom, of this legend. So Goku goes through all his learning experiences in Dragon Ball. Thumbs down on that. I don't even know where I saw that, but I just really wanted to bring that to the table and poo-poo on that because that doesn't make any sense to me. And then you have the fight with Frieza, where Goku again makes the ultimate decisions on who he's going to be from henceforth. Goku could have made himself a king. Definitely made himself a king after the Super Saiyan transformation. For him to do that, he would have to co-sign with Frieza before the Super Saiyan transformation. After the Super Saiyan transformation, there was nobody that could stop Goku in the whole universe. So he could have just made himself the king of the universe at that point. And the same thing like with George Washington. George Washington, after the war, people were ready to make him King Washington the First. And George Washington was like, whoa, hold up. I'm not about that flex. Why do we fight all this war? Y'all gonna make me a king? Y'all are dumb. No, I'm gonna fall back. I mean, I'll do some kind of executive role, to make sure y'all dummies don't make somebody else king, but I'm not gonna be a tyrant out here. Y'all tripping, y'all. Like, what are y'all on? Like, what do we do all that for? And so then he was like, and then he became the first president instead, with checks and balances and things like that. And Goku did the same thing. Goku was like, wait. Frieza, hold up, man. You talking a little reckless right now, bro. And you trying to turn me down right now. You trying to inverse what just happened. I ain't no dirtbag like you, bro. I'm gonna show you what I am now. So shout out to Goku. Shout out to George Washington as well. History lesson. I love colonial America, so that's just one thing that's one parallel I definitely can draw between those two. And let's see. And that's it. Let's get out of here. That's it. That's all I wanted to bring to the table for this. Hit me up on Twitter. Let me know. Comment as well. Subscribe if you haven't. And then we'll see you next time on the Real Cheetah Project. We're in it to win it for more Dragon Ball The Wildfire, Dragon Ball Z, Goku The Wildfire. And then, we're pulling the tickets, though. There's not really many shows left as far as this concerned. Episodes left as far as this concerned. So hopefully you're enjoying everything so far. We'll see you for the next one. Team Shinsega, Team Royal Cheetah, Team Reverse Blade, all the good stuff. All that and most shit. So we'll see you next time. Hit me up wherever you need to. Stitcher, iTunes, here, Twitter, there, Vimeo, and we'll see you next time. Rosary Life all day, and we'll see you next time. Thank you so much.